If you're trying to put together maybe a care package for someone that's in the military and you want to have some pointers as to what do I put in the box before I send it off to that individual, well, let me help you out with some pointers. What's up, my friends? U.S. Army veteran Christopher Chaos here to tell you about some things to maybe put inside of a care package. Maybe you got a friend, a loved one, whatever, and they're deployed somewheres, they're off in a location and they need some cool package and you're trying to figure out what the hell do I put inside this box to send it out to them. Well, I'm gonna try to help you out. I'm trying to give you some pointers as to maybe what to put inside the box so you can kind of help plan for that. But also maybe if you wanna learn more about the Army, maybe some other type of content like that, well then maybe think about hitting that subscribe button on the channel so that way you can find out more information about the United States Army. Make sure you click on that bell with all alerts turned on. That way you can become a part of that notification platoon so that you get alerts when new videos go live, to include live streams. So let me help you prepare for your awesome, amazing care package. So we love getting care packages. It's fun. It's cool to get that mail, especially when you're deployed and you really need those items or you really just want something to kind of mix things up. And it's always fun to get that awesome package from that friend, that loved one, to have some cool contents to enjoy. Now, I will say don't do care packages probably to someone in basic training. It's really restrictive as far as what you can do, but maybe you have someone that's deployed to a combat zone, maybe not even a combat zone. Maybe it's like Kuwait, which technically isn't a combat zone, so it's not that kind of a category, but still sometimes hard to get certain items. Certain other deployments, maybe they're deployed for training to like Germany or somewhere else, may not be as crucial for some of these items, but it really depends on the location, how easy it is for them to get access to the things they need, or maybe they just want something fun to kind of mix things up from someone that they're cool with, that they're friends with, that they're in love with, whatever the case might be. So I have 5 things that I recommend maybe thinking about putting inside that care package. Maybe you're trying to prepare it. So let's dive into it and let's talk about the very first one, which is hygiene type of items. So this could be like toothpaste, it could be deodorant, maybe baby wipes, maybe, whatever type of thing, maybe for some females, right? Maybe certain other care products that females need, whatever, some hygiene type of stuff, because they might be in a location where, sure, maybe they can get those hygiene items, but sometimes it's a pain in the ass to get them. Maybe they're short on demand on that. And if you just take the problems out of the equation for them by sending these common items, then sometimes it's very helpful, right? I've had it before where I've gotten like care packages and maybe they have those type of items in there and it's like, cool. Now, if I do need to go to the store, then I don't have to worry about trying to get that because I've already got like a cool stockpile of it, or there's a lot of type of reasons why sometimes hygiene items, even though it doesn't sound very fun or very exciting to receive, can just save that soldier, that military individual, a little bit of a hassle. I think I remember during one of my deployments, I had quite a few like things of deodorant, so I was pretty good. I don't think I ever had to buy deodorant during that deployment because I had multiple kind of sticks of deodorant, so I was pretty good on that. And I think there was like other things like baby wipes, it was usually pretty handy. So certain hygiene items, depending on that person, can be very helpful so that way you don't have to go to the store to buy them themselves, especially if they're things that maybe go out pretty quick. The second one, socks. Now it sounds like a crappy gift, but this is probably one of the few times that socks are a pretty good thing, right? You especially are in like a combat zone and maybe you wear through socks pretty often. And again, sometimes in certain environments, you might be able to get that from the PX, from a local shop or whatever, but usually it's pretty easy if someone hooks you up and sends you a couple packages of socks. Especially because like laundry can be a pain. Like I remember in Iraq, you'd go and you turn in your laundry and you might take a few days to get it back. And sometimes you don't always have an opportunity to drop off your laundry, so you might have to go like a week or 2 or whatever before you even had an opportunity to drop off your laundry, and then you gotta wait for it to come back. So having extras of those kind of things was pretty helpful, right? So having a lot of socks, maybe even underwear too sometimes, or it can be pretty handy and pretty helpful. The third one is like some kind of powdered drink mix. You have opportunities to maybe get drinks, maybe you're in the chow hall, maybe you go to the little shop at the little PX to buy some stuff, but water usually is pretty abundant. You can usually get a lot of water, but that gets boring after a while. And maybe to flavor things up, you have some of those like Gatorade packages that's the powdered drink, maybe some lemonade, maybe some tea, whatever the case is, to add some flavor to that water so that was just not exhausting and boring, just always drinking the same thing, drinking water all the damn time when you're out on a mission or whatever, then it flavors things up. I always liked having Gatorade packages. In fact, I'm kind of anti-water, which probably isn't good, but off that topic, right? You have those options to flavor the water so that way it's not getting boring and you just have a little bit of excitement in your life. I usually tried to make sure that I had like powdered Gatorade when I went on a mission. That way if I got thirsty, I could add it to my water and cool, stay hydrated, add a little flavor to it. It's awesome. So sending someone maybe a bunch of those packages, sometimes you can get that stuff for free depending on the deployment anyways, but sometimes it's just cool to add that kind of variety to things, maybe add in like lemonade or tea or whatever, so that way they have those options. Now I've got a few more to talk about, but before I do so, I gotta thank Ridge Wallet for sponsoring this video, and maybe that could be a good item to throw in a care package too. Especially if that person maybe is just tired of that big foldable wallet, maybe they got a bunch of junk in there and they just want something to minimize things. Just put their ID, their driver's license, their credit cards, whatever inside of something more minimal, then this is probably a great item. This thing can hold up to 12 cards. It actually even has RFID blocking technology, and it's even got a band or a money clip on the back to put cash. This one right here is the gunmetal one, but there's a lot of other colors and designs available on ridge.com/chaosarmy, so definitely check out the website to see all the different designs that they have available. Now, if you're not sure if the Ridge Wallet is right for you, well, they actually give you 45 days to test drive it, and if in that time frame you do not love the Ridge Wallet, you can actually send it back, get your money back. They'll pay for the shipping and everything. So when you visit ridge.com/chaosarmy, make sure you use the promo code chaosarmy at checkout to save 10%, which also includes free shipping. I got the link down in the description box down below, also in a pinned comment, but let's get back into the content, shall we? From here, though, let's move into number 4, which is favorite snacks, right? So that depends on the person as far as what are their favorite snacks? What kind of things do they enjoy? That is always a good thing to kind of ask them, hey, or maybe you know them pretty well, right? What are your favorite snacks? What do you like to eat? For me, I always love getting like jerky, maybe, they had like those like Hillshire Farms or whatever, like salami and cheese kind of things, depending on, how it's kind of packaged, if it kind of makes it in the shipping. But those kind of items are pretty cool. Different little snacks, things that you can easily take with you on the road while you're on a mission to snack on. I always love those kind of things. I also like, receiving rock stars, which I still like rock stars. So if you want to send me a care package even now, I got a PO box down below and you can send me rock stars if you really wish to do so. So this one depends on the individual. Get to know that person, make sure you know that person. Obviously don't, make sure this isn't a scammer, by the way. I probably feel like I need to mention that to make sure that they're not asking, hey, can you send me a bunch of gift cards or whatever kind of a thing? Because I really need that. Make sure this is someone you actually know, someone you've known personally, all that kind of stuff before you go sending anybody a care package. Unless you're doing it through like an organization. Sometimes organizations out there that like, hey, if you guys want to donate some care packages, we send them out to soldiers that are deployed, then that's cool. But if it's just some random person you met on the internet, I probably wouldn't do that. So a helpful tip in addition to what to send in a care package, don't send care packages to random people you met on the internet. Unless it's me. That's cool. Now, the fifth and last one is just simply ask that person, what do you need, right? Sometimes depending on their environment, where they're at, there might be items that are hard to get where they're at, so it might be pretty important. Maybe batteries is something that's a pain in the ass to get their hands on. They're like, yeah, I'd love it if you could send me some AAA batteries because I have this thing that I'm, having to change the batteries in all the time, and it's hard to get batteries at the PX or in the local area. So, talking to that person, find out, hey, what's something that's hard to get that you need, that'd be useful, that'd be helpful. So that's the fifth one, is really dependent on that person. Talk to them, right? Ask them, what do you need? What is something that's pretty handy and they can really help out? Now, maybe you're curious as to what is the difference between a combat deployment and non-combat deployment. Well, I actually did a video on that, so if you want to check that video out, I got it right there for you. If you haven't seen my latest video upload, check it out right over here. I have the links down in the description for the Ridge Wallet. We got my social media stuff. Check them out down below. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up. I'm Christopher Chaos. I'll see you next time. See ya.